Hey friends, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We're testing this again to see if it's going to work. Tell me how my audio is when you are in my live. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. So far, so good. I'm Robin. I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Once you hop on the live, take two tonight, say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I am live from Central Kansas this evening. So I am now live in two locations. Earlier, I tried to go live and Facebook, and I weren't playing nicely together. So I'm back on StreamYard, which means I'm live on Facebook and YouTube at the moment. So if you happen to be watching on Facebook and it's not good quality, just pipe up and let me know. If at any time during this haul video and or project, I haven't decided if I'm going to do a project yet or not. If you like what you see and you think others should see it, please feel free to share this out into social media land. Tag your crafty friends, invite them to watch along with you. If you are watching on Facebook, I would appreciate a thumbs up and a follow. If you happen to be watching on YouTube, I would like, if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up and subscribe as well. I think that's all I've got for right now. So let's go ahead and flop the camera, and we'll go through all of the some of the autumn projects that some of the autumn products that will be launching tomorrow. I'll save the paste for a little bit. So let's go ahead. These are some of the A size transfers. This one is an evergreen transfer, but it is a bookmark transfer. So it goes well with the 1x5 bookmark blanks that we have in on the chalk site. If you are into UV resin or epoxy resin and you've gotten some bookmark molds, these also fit well with bookmark molds. You could also just use I can see your hello comment. Is that the comment that I'm supposed to see? Or have you made more comments? Yep, I can see you. Hello from the other side of the door. Everything sounds great. That's the last comment I got. Are there other comments? I can see the yup comment. Okay, cool. Okie doke. So you could also use cardstock, or Chalk Couture did bring back the chalk suede paper, so you can make your own bookmarks with chalk suede paper. This one is cute. It's called Baddies Read 2, Reality Can Wait, I Have No Shelf Control, and Book Travert. It's a noun, a person who prefers the company of fictional characters to real people. See also Bookaholic. That's what the bottom one says. Okay, so now on to some of the other ones. This one is called Trick or Treating, which I happen to love that font. It's kind of a retro font. And then we have Rustic Ghost, which is super cute. And then it has a slimline cutout to go with it. So you want to make sure you get both. I did get a Christmas one. It's a postcard. It's called From the North Pole. Cute little postcard. This would be super cute to make and actually send through the mail. I've actually seen some Instagram reels where people will cut up like soda box, like the 12-pack soda boxes, and they actually send those as a postcard. So you could actually do this on the cardstock side of like a Coke box or a Dr. Pepper box or Cheez-Its box, and then actually send it through the mail. So you just have to cut it into like a postcard size. So you might want to check with your post office to see what sizes are applicable, and then what postage goes with each size. So that would be a cute little idea. So then I have some B-size transfers. This one is super cute. It's October Witches. It would make a great t-shirt. It would make a great door round. It would be great for even like a 12-inch porch leaner. This could be the middle part, and then you could put a pattern up here and then a pattern down at the bottom. So that would be super cute. And then I also got this retro Santa. Super cute. It says Merry Christmas. So that is a B size. So then I have some F sizes. I have this Spooky Night, and it also has some slimline cutouts. So there's the 3 and the 1 that go with this transfer. I absolutely love the 31. And then we've got Fall Most of All, which would be super cute on the 9-inch simple round. If you got any of the 10-inch rounds from Menards, those would look really cute. And then these two are the same. I just happened to make 2 orders, and so they were gift with purchases. I don't know if they're going to offer a gift with purchase tomorrow. I am a little behind in my information, but this one is called Thankful, Blessed, and Pumpkin Obsessed. I hope they offer it as a free gift with purchase, but again, I don't know for sure. I'll have to kind of check some of my info and intel and see if it is. So then I also have a G size. It's called Pumpkin Aplenty pattern. So this one would look, this one you could do, remember I talked about doing a door round. Instead of the bats, you could do the pumpkins, and you could do it on the top and the bottom. You could also do, yeah, this would work on a round or on a leaner. So I think that one is super cute. Would also look good on some placemats, a table runner. You could do it around coffee, like if you had like some of the number 10 coffee cans, you could put a piece of fabric around the coffee can. And then I did get, oh, and I do have one more thing. I also got this C size. It's called Gather Here, and it has kind of this herringbone or stitching, kind of looks like a sweater pattern, but it's called Gather Here, and then it goes perfect with the new simple oval pattern. I think they did this at Chalk Camp as an activity. So a lot of the designers did the sweater pattern down here. And then they had a cute little scallop piece of trim. I don't know where they got it. And then they had gather here up here. So that would be super cute. Again, this is one of our new simple shape surfaces. It's called the Simple Oval. Hello there, Miss Mary. Welcome to my evening full of technical difficulties. We tried to go native on Facebook and it would not work, but we're back on StreamYard, and so we've just been going through some of the new autumn products that I think, aren't they launching tomorrow? I haven't seen a lot of fanfare about it, so I'm pretty sure it launches tomorrow. So I haven't decided if I wanted to do a project. I'm a little frustrated that I had so many technical difficulties, but it is what it is. Oh, I was trying to wait for Benita to hop back on to go through. Yeah, Miss Mary says tomorrow to go through the paste colors again, because I think she missed it the first time and the second time. But we've got butterscotch, which again is a kind of a darker curry color, if you remember curry, which was one of my favorite pastes. Twilight, which is a deep dark purple, almost black, but it is kind of a deep plum purple. Mary says she has to do another order. He didn't pre-order. I only got enough. I got what my all that my wallet would allow this time, so hopefully I will get some more. And then spiced shimmer spiced citrus. I cannot remember this one for the life of me. It's kind of a darker, richer orange, but it is also a shimmer. And then there is a green color, wild something, I can't remember. And then Wrangler, which is a kind of a denim blue. I know that one was delayed. I don't know if it's back. I'm behind in my Couture news, so my apologies, but the blue color was delayed for a while. So that's what we have for the autumn. I will post some information about that on my Facebook page. Is there anything? I'm trying to decide if I have a project that I could do. Yeah, I'm excited to use some of these. I got the ghost, the rustic ghost, and the cutout, trick or treat. I got the bookmarks because I do a lot of blind date with the book bundle, so I thought these would be perfect for those. I got the From the North Pole, and then the 30 Spooky Night and its slimline cutouts. I've been doing well, Mary. Yeah, I had tech issues on Monday. I have had some really bad audio issues. Yeah, the ghost is super cute. Super cute. And then I had audio issues again on when I tried just to use Facebook, and it was horrible, but StreamYard's working fine. This again was a gift with purchase when the designers could pre-order. I don't know if it's available tomorrow or not, but I think I love fall most of all. It's October Witches, which I'm excited to use. Retro Santa, the Pumpkin Aplenty pattern. I know I love fall decor. Hello, Miss Aisha. And then we have Gather Here. Hey, Mary, do you know where was the scallop trim just a Camp Chalk funsy? I was kind of hoping they would release that, but they didn't. So I've kind of assumed it was just a Camp Chalk accessory. I know, Miss Aisha, I love fall as well. It's one of my favorites. I don't even know. I kind of thought that I was kind of hoping that they would release it for everybody, but I think it was just a Camp Chalk funsie. Well, I was going to look over at my pile and see if I had something that we could do. Something. I don't even think I have any bookmarks available. Oh, and then I also got, I didn't even know that these, it's the Hey There Sunshine transfer. These are the cuts that go with it. Let me go get it. I can find it. Nope. I can't locate it at this particular point in time. It's the sea-sized Hey There Sunshine. Oh well, it's the one that's the Hey There Sunshine, but it comes with the sun. That must be like a coconut drink and the heart, but I didn't realize it came with little slim lines, so I got those. And I think I'm going to do a concrete paver with that transfer, but I've got to prime the paver, and now it looks like I have to find the transfer. Okay, maybe we'll use, I happen to have some of these paint stick surfaces. We could do that one. We could do this one. Do you guys have a preference? Fall most of all, or pumpkin obsessed? Or, yeah. Which one would you like to do? You didn't order the 31? That one is one of my favorites, but I love Halloween. So it comes, you can get slimline cuts for the 31. Well, you're going to have to put in a new order. Yeah, those are super fun. So you could do, you could chalk the pumpkins over the 31, and then, yeah, you could do all sorts of things, and then put it on, and then chalk the sweater pattern. Yeah, there's all sorts of things you could do. All sorts. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably some of the transfers that you ordered that I didn't. Okay, I think, well, let's do this one. And then I need to decide, because I ended up ordering two. I made two orders, one from my personal account, or one from a personal bank account, and one from the other, my crafty account. So I ended up, I don't think that'll fit on there because I already have it. Nope. I could cut the, yeah, no. Although, nah, I won't look it on there. You did order extra ghosts. Okay, well, let's get this. I don't think I have enough stain. But let's just cheat. I think instead of using this is not paste, this is some Waverly chalk wax, or some wax, antique wax that I just put in that jar because it's easier for me. I just like dipping my wipe into there. So I just pour some of my wax into there, but it's almost empty. So let's do the old favorite. Before I discovered the Waverly antique wax, I would use a burnt umber paint. And then you put a tiny bit of black. And this is the Hobby Lobby Crafters collection, which I like the black in this. I don't like the white. You just put a tiny, tiny, tiny little spot of black, and then don't mix it. If you marble it around, but don't mix it. And then we're going to use a wipe. It kind of gives some different color tones. So it's not just kind of a flat brown. You apply it with a baby wipe. And it gives a great faux stain finish without all of the gunk. But that black, so you can kind of, sometimes you can see a little bit of the black tone. It's not just a flat brown. And then this dries a lot faster than stain does. It's not stinky. Acrylic paint is super cheap. I mean, especially Apple Barrel from Walmart. It's thing's like $2 for that big jar. And you can get black at Walmart as well, but you can also use the Crafters acrylic for the Crafters collection from Hobby Lobby. Look how easy that and quick that was. This is exactly how I used to do it before I found that antiquing wax. The antiquing wax has a little bit more of a luster to it. This is pretty matte once it's dry. And kind of get that in those little grooves. So these are just those 1 gallon or those gallon paint sticks. I get mine at Menards. And then I just literally use, these are jumbo popsicle sticks that I've braced on the back. Burnt umber's your favorite color. Miss Mary says it's your favorite method. Did I just yeah, I had some, I just wanted to use up some paint sticks, so I've got a couple of these. And I literally just used wood glue with some jumbo popsicle sticks. And that's how I put those together. So you can do your sign land portrait, or you can do it landscape. You can cover these up if you don't like the little grooves. You could put some ribbon there. I don't mind them. But I also do put, that's where sometimes I'll put my twine and then hang some beads off. And then I'm cheap. I save my gloves until they have holes in the fingers. Just pop them off. I'll put that in a baggie for later. So let's get this dry. Mary, do you know, is there going to be a gift with purchase tomorrow? Oh, you alternate your groups. I've seen that done too, where you put a stick this way, and then you put this stick to where this part would be over here. Mary says, frugal, not cheap. That's right. If I save enough gloves, then I can buy another transfer. You have no idea. I know sometimes I wish we knew more in advance when things were, but I'll take a surprise any old day as well. So this paint method definitely dries faster. Let's see, I saw your live go by. What were you? You did the Princess Castle on the oval. It looked really pretty. I didn't get any of the princess ones yet. I want to get the ones, I want to get some because I found a really cute children's book at Target that has all of the Disney princesses in it. So I want to make a junk journal. Mary says she would do the same with saving gloves, but you just, seems like here lately you skip the gloves and make a mess. You reuse your placement tape. I will use my painter's tape a lot, so along the edge of my craft desk, I just usually have strings of painter's tape, and then I just end up with a big old wad. Let me show you the difference. This is a good one. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is Waverly Antiquing Wax, and then this is the paint. And sometimes when the paint dries, you kind of get this gray casting. It's just very flat, although I don't mind it. And maybe once we wax, it won't be so bad. So like right here, it's kind of gray, and right there. So I do prefer the color and the finish of the antiquing wax, but sometimes you can't beat how fast and how inexpensive painting or a faux staining with paint is. So let's wax it. I probably should have sanded. There's a couple there that are sort of rough, but we'll wing it and see what happens. Thanks, Mary. So I use the Minwax finishing wax. You can also use surface wax, which is on my chalk site. It's personal preference. This dries up really fast for me, and I've literally had this one since 2018. And fun fact, I think I told you a couple weeks ago that I had missed my chalkiversary, which I thought was June 15th, but it's actually July 15th. So is that next week? Will be 8 years. 18. Yeah, 8 years next week with Chalk Couture, which I think is pretty good. So I'm just using some wax. This is going to be a protective layer. See, I never put my applicator in my wax, but it's literally as hard as a rock. Doesn't matter what. I have like 3 or 4. They're all hard. Like, I mean, that one's like candle hard. This one's not bad. I actually probably just need to throw the other ones away. This one's not bad. It's just a little harder than that stuff, though. So I have a lot of this. I'm just going to keep using it. And these may be old. Maybe it's gotten a bit better. But yeah, I usually don't store my applicator in there either. Mine's still kind of dry. I got wax in that hole. Okay, so let's turn our applicator over. I think they got rid of the applicators. I haven't seen them. I don't even see the listing for them. It's kind of a bummer. So this is going to act as a protective layer between my stained surface and my transfer. It will keep my transfer from sticking so bad that it either stretches the transfer out, or it could also pull up some fibers of my board. So we're going to get our fuzz cloth out. Yeah, when I was trying to do a cart link either last week or Monday, I couldn't see it. It did not see it. Okay, so if you're new around here, welcome, first of all. Second of all, these are adhesive backed silkscreen transfers. They are reusable about a dozen times, depending on how well you take care of them. Because they're reusable, I want to write the name on the back. I swear, Sharpie doesn't work. Pens don't always work. So I need to note somehow on the back side that this is indeed the back side, so that when I'm done cleaning my transfer with water and it's dry and ready to be put back on the carrier sheet, I know it goes on this side, not this side. Yeah, see, all the tools that we know and love are not in there anymore. Yeah, the Minwax, if you're sensitive to smells, it's a little smelly, but I don't mind it. I'm weird. I like spray paint and gas and all that stuff. These are sticky back, but I do want to use my fuzz cloth just to knock back a little bit of that adhesive, just so it's not so sticky. It will return to its sticky self once it's clean and dried. I know the stir sticks are no longer there, although I only use these as like spoons. My preference is, because I don't like to get my fingers dirty, I like to use these stir sticks because they don't break, they don't bend. My hand stays far out of the paste container. Okay, so let's stick this down here. I'm gonna line it up with the bottom of the board. That way I have plenty of space up here to embellish. And now the hardest part for me is just figuring out colors. I think we might use the shimmer spiced citrus. I need to use some sort of like a camel or something for the stem. And then we could do either vanilla or white for the words, maybe. You could also do like fall greens. You could do pesto. Let's just get some colors out. There's Dune. There's vanilla. There's also, of course, I don't know how many of these are dry. It's marmalade. I think that one's a new marmalade. Okay, I think we'll do a hot mess technique with marmalade and shimmer spiced citrus for the pumpkin. I think that'll look pretty. We could do Dune. Well, we could do either Dune or vanilla for the words. Let's do it this way. I want to go that way. And then we could maybe do camel for the stem. I think bark might be, or espresso might be too dark. Yeah, nope. I kind of like Dune. Is that too close to camel? I think maybe, or maybe we should do vanilla. Because I wonder if those are too close together. They aren't, but you think Dune? I kind of like that. Either one. I would be happy with either one. I'll let you guys think on that one. But we'll go ahead and we'll work on the hot mess. Okay, so I've got marmalade and I have the new shimmer spiced citrus. I think marmalade. I believe it's probably sold out because it was last year's on Vogue. But I don't know, it might still be available. Let's just look. Paste. Oh. Yeah, figures. Let's just get on my computer, you goof. It's going to be faster. Let's look real quick. And don't forget, we have color of the month called Well Traveled. It is actually, it is an ink, and it is similar to the butterscotch. It's kind of a mustard yellow color. I will get graphics figured out one of these days. It looks like marmalade is no longer. Yep. Okay. So marmalade is not available. If you would happen to want it, I do have an extra that is unopened. Just holler at your girl. Okay, so for hot mess, I wonder if I need a bigger squeegee. We're going to use marmalade and shimmer spiced citrus. And I think I want larger squeegees. So for this, I'm just going to dollop colors around my pumpkin, trying not to mix them yet. So you really want 3 squeegees for this. So then I'm going to take my spiced, and they do look very similar in color. So there's going to be some shimmer and some not. This has I think this is a little bit more bold. Let's see if I have enough. So I'm going to turn it this way so I can paste away from those other words, because I don't want to paste on my text. So I'm just going to take my 3rd squeegee, and this may not show up as well as it normally would because these colors are very similar. So I probably should have picked different colors. It would look better if like one was brown and one was, and I don't want to mix them. I'll just make a fun, I I don't want to put this back in my container because it's not really a color anymore. This probably would have worked better if I would have had two different tones of orange or a different color besides orange, two oranges. I wasn't thinking. Let's pop these lids on really quick. Did I get it all? Yep. So I'm going to pull this part up because I don't, hey, Miss Ashley, because I don't want that I don't want that drying in my silk screen. And then let's do the hot mess didn't really show up. So I would pick two different tones of color, like a light orange and a dark orange, or a different shade of paste altogether, like espresso and orange, or camel and orange. Speaking of camel, that's what I'm going to use for the stem. How are you, Miss Ashley? But it'll still be cute. So we're going to peel that. And again, I'm doing that so that my paste doesn't dry in the silk screen. And I'm just going to burnish my text back down. And then we're going to use Dune for the words. I'm just going to pull that paste across the silk screen area. Actually, let's do it this way. I like to paste away from the areas that I don't want to paste. That way I keep my Dune out of my pumpkin orange area. A little bit more. I'm going to even out my squeegee lines. Hopefully this will work. Oops. Pretty. I should have probably sanded this one paint stick before I started, but it's fine. It just feathered a little bit because my paint stick was not smooth. Otherwise, it's not terrible. There's just a little bit on this paint stick. It's not as very smooth, so if you get really close, like on the L and the E and the P and the U and the S and the E, there's a tiny bit of feathering, but I don't think it shows. It's really cute, if I do say so myself, for a very last minute project. Mary says cute. Ashley says she's doing good. Just got home from Jess's softball game. They're playing for the tomorrow night, the championship game. That's exciting. I'm doing well. Doing well. I'm actually, I think I want to play with this real quick while this is drying. Let's get out our gloves. I'm going to mix the orange paste with that raw burnt umber and black mixture and just see what color we're going to get, because we have one more. We have this other paint thing that we need to use, so let's just experiment who's it. I'm in a good mood now that my audio is all working. I'm going to move my project out of the way. Let's just mix all this together. So a little bit of shimmer. Let's just see what kind of color we end up with. That way nothing goes to waste. We'll get another wipe out. So Miss Ashley, we're working that this transfer was part of the, well, it was a free gift with purchase with the designer's preview for the autumn 2026 collection that launches tomorrow. I don't know if this Pumpkin Obsessed transfer will be included, but some of the stuff that was shown earlier. Oh, Mary says she's got to run. Just realized the time. Good to see you. Bye, Mary. Thanks for hopping on. Oops. Ha. So it's part of the autumn collection that's launching tomorrow. I'm hoping it will be for customers. We'll have to cross our fingers, or at least purchasable. Okay, so this is our mixture of paint and chalk paste, orangey chalk paste. So it's just lighter, a little bit more of a brown tone than it was a darker umber tone. I'm not gonna probably have enough. Just no bueno, but probably should have made some more. There's some sparkle to it, that's for sure. Just get all this out of here. I can get most of it done. It's definitely sparkly on the bottom on this layer. Nothing's going to waste on my watch. And then maybe next time we can throw something down on this one. That's funny. It's got a little bit of sparkle here and there. It's just lighter in color, lighter in tone, but we used up some paint and some paste from the hot mess that was just going to get thrown away. So, okie doke. And then we were doing stuff while our other project dried. What time is it? Okay, let's bring that one back over. I think it's fairly dry. I don't know if I have any orange beads. You can see a little bit of the color variance, kind of, sort of, kind of. I used Marmalade, which was last year's On Vogue color, and I used the new Shimmer Spiced Citrus, so it's a matte color and a shimmer color together. We can see a little bit of the color variance, not a whole lot. It's still cute. It's pretty well dry. Now let's add a bow. Let's see. Get out some of this stuff. I'm going to use up some of my ribbon that I never ever use anymore. Just not a fan of it anymore, but I do have these. And then let's find some orange fabric. And I have scabs of I've got all of mine in a little container. Okay. Let's put my fuzz cloth away. Okay. How's everyone liking this heat? Okay, let's get out some twine. Little piece go that, oh, here it is, that I just cut off. Okay, I've got my bow jabra. I've got some orange fabric. Pop that down. It's a little crazy. I like that color. It's not terrible. And the rest is mainly Halloween. I've got these three. I think that'll do it. Okay, so let's tear some of these. So I'm just going to put a, Jason says the heat is miserable. Let's do some thinner strips. I think I'm just going to do two because this fabric is a little longer. We'll cut these in half, at least. They might cut them into thirds, actually. I think we'll cut these into thirds. Ashley, what's Emma up to this summer? I thought it was crazy. I'm always on Facebook, but I happened to be on last week and saw our health department, the Saline County Health Department, made a post about with enrollment starting next week. I was like, next week? We haven't even gotten to the 4th of July yet. It's crazy. It's just crazy how early they start. I mean, I know they don't start till mid-August, but it's literally less than a month away. Okay, we'll make these a little, so I'm cutting these into thirds as well. And we'll do this one. I don't know how well it's going to look to mix ribbon and fabric, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's cut off this little, whoops, I can't yet. Oof. Okay, I'm going to cut off these white selvage edges. And then we'll get some a ribbon cut, I think. See how it's going to work. May not. I don't think I'll do very many pieces. Maybe just 3, if that. I need to get rid of this stuff. I've had it for forever, and I prefer fabric. It's a little bit more forgiving. Just got a job at Chick-fil-A. Someone goes back to 13th and 14th. Here, I'm assuming the Chick-fil-A here in Salina. I'll have to. We don't go in anymore. We're always just at the drive-through. We've been trying to take Luna out for more car rides so she can get used to the car. She likes Chick-fil-A because they give her a bone through the drive-through. She likes that. We actually even took her to Larned last weekend when we went to see my mom on Sunday. Granted, she was dosed up on trazodone, but she did well. Cool. Well, if we go in there, we'll have to say hi to her. Of course, I don't know if she knows me from Hill of Beans, but just say your mom said hi. Okay, I'm just going to alternate. I'm just going to go totally random. With all of our colors and ribbons and fabric pieces. And try to alternate. So this cream and orange one went this way the first time, so we're going to go this way. It's about my only rule, just trying to alternate which way. See, and this one already went that way, so it actually needs to go the other way next time. So let's grab this orange one. I'm actually going to add more. I have a bunch of these. So let's do the bandana that way. Actually, how did that end up? I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, whoops. Okay, we're getting there. This might actually turn out cute. And at some point I get to where I just don't really care and stuff just kind of goes where it goes. I need to use these fabric pieces because there's more of them. So we'll do that one. And we'll do that there. Oops. And we'll do that one. It's not wanting to stay down. we'll do a bandana piece. An orange. Okay, so then we're going to tie that. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Ashley says, I always make the cute projects. And then she says, Emma works again Saturday evening to close. We'll have to remember that. Pull that tight. Scrunch all of that down. Okay. And then I like to give it a good, grab it by these little tails and just kind of give it a good shake. And when we get it on our project, we can give it a good trim if we need to. So then let's add, I think I'm going to put my bow over here. So we're just going to wrap the twine about 4 or 5 times. Except I have a booger. It's just going to have to be a booger. So I'm going to cut it off there. And then I'm going to tie it tight in the corner. Hold it down with my finger. And then I'm going to pop one of these tails underneath just so I can connect all of these strings together. And then you can kind of go back in and spread those apart. And then we're just going to tie this on. Although I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room. That's okay. And then I think it needs a little bit of a haircut. So I'm going to take some of these, the ones that are more near the center, and make those a little shorter just to give it some volume, the appearance of volume. That's just going to make them stick up a little bit, kind of like my hair. And then I'm going to take the ribbons and I'm going to trim those at kind of an angle. We're going to give some of these longer ones a bit of a haircut. Just giving it a whack. Actually down here. I kind of like the way the ribbon looks with the fabric. And then you can kind of spread things out a bit. Cute. Jason says he loves it. You can add more twine. I follow somebody who likes to add a lot of that Excelsior. It's not the Spanish moss. It's kind of that straw looking stuff. Not raffia either. It's called Excelsior. It looks cute in messy bows. I need to get some of that. Kind of gives a little bit of volume. I kind of like the ribbon in there. This one's a little long. Cute. I do say so myself. I'm gonna end up cutting too much off. Kind of how my pom-poms go. Cute. Love it. Have a big old mess. You know what would be fun? It's to put all this out in a big bowl and let the birds take it to make birds' nests. We would have the prettiest looking birds' nests in our neighborhood. Super cute. Our first fall project of 2026. I'll show you what it looks like. That is what it looks like. And this was a free gift with purchase. I can't guarantee that it's going to be available tomorrow. Hopefully it is a free gift with purchase for customers, but the autumn 2026 products launch tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central, or 9 a.m. Mountain Time, or 10 a.m. Central Time. I will post some graphics probably first thing tomorrow, maybe later this evening. And kind of be watching my Facebook page and my Instagram page for that information. But there are links in the description of the video that will take you to my chalk site. So you might be able to, they might have some sneak peeks. I don't know. We'll have to look. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you hung out with me the whole time, thanks for enduring all of my technical problems. I don't know what was going on, but we got it fixed. StreamYard to the rescue. So, yeah, with that, I'm going to hop off. I hope to be live this weekend. I'm not going to make any promises when the weekend gets here. I just kind of lose track of time, but I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.